Hey everyone, I'm Allison and you're watching Long Island Thrifter. Today I'm in Copiague, New York at the AMVETS Thrift Store. Let's go thrifting. The AMVETS Thrift Store is located at 1179 Sunrise Highway in Copiague. And I have to tell you, this is a great store. It has so much stuff in there. You could spend hours, and I did spend over 2 hours in here. The first thing I saw were these Macy's Royal Gallery All the Days of Christmas salad plates for 49 cents each. I really wanted to buy them, even putting 10 of them into my cart. But something told me that these would be sitting in my inventory for a very long time. The only thing I could find were 2 pairs that were for sale, one for $25.85 and the other for $60, but no sold comps. Would you have bought them? Tell me, because I'm not sure if I made a mistake on these or not. I had them in my cart for a while and then I put them back. Then I walked over to the small book section where I really wasn't expecting to find anything. It is a very small book section, but then I spotted these Vitamix books and they're brand new, never opened. One is Simply Soups, there's Simply Entertaining, and there's Simply Smoothies. Now, I know that these kinds of things sell well, so I looked them up, and yes, these are sold comps that they range anywhere between $35 and $60, and I only paid $1 each for each of those books, which was great. I also noticed this vintage St. Joseph Daily Missal. Honestly, I never really buy religious items, but I always have heard that Bibles and things like that do sell well. And so I looked this up. It's in good condition, and I saw there were 706 for sale from the 1950s and 1960s. The prices range anywhere from, I think, $7 up to $25. With over 700 for sale, I was actually thinking that they weren't selling, but then I checked the sold comps, and 337 have sold in the last 90 days. And the average price is somewhere around the $20 to $25 range. But for $1, I was definitely putting that into my cart. This San Francisco Giants glass ornament was only $2 and pretty much new in box. I don't think it had been taken out. But looking at the comps, I only found 3 for sale, and I didn't find any that had sold. And I'm kind of sick of Christmas right now, so I left that behind as well. I know it's been a couple months since Christmas, but I'm still sick of it, really. Over in the purses, I found this Rainbow Cloud Pop Fidget purse. It was $5, but with very little return on investment. There's a bunch for sale, and they're only for like $10, so it was not worth any kind of time or energy for me. This Too Faced makeup bag was new with tags. It was $3, but the ink splatter over here on the side kept me from buying this. I just figured no, but this I loved. I did find this super cute Aeropostale red and blue tropical flower backpack. It had very little wear and it's in amazing condition. I just love the red and blue, the vibrant canvas colors, and the straps were in excellent condition. So I felt like I had to pick this up. I did go online and I found one for sale for $30. And because I was looking at it, the seller sent me an offer for $25. So I know the range. I'll probably put it up for about $28 or something like that. I know, is that bad? I'm undercutting the other guy. I feel really bad now. I spotted this gorgeous rattan bentwood rocker. It's in really good condition and it's only $20. I wish I had a place to store this. I don't. So especially after I did some research and oh man, look at that. It looks so pretty. But I looked it up and I found that it's selling on Cherish for $925. Now, come on. That seems a little much, but still, this was from Craigslist and it's up for sale for $100. So somewhere between $100 and $1,000 for that bentwood rocker. But I got to tell you, I think the one in the store was in amazing condition and it looked really good. It may need to be cleaned up a little bit, but for 20 bucks, you really can't beat that price. I probably should have bought it and just put it up on Facebook Marketplace, but I didn't. So I turned my attention to something smaller, a leopard print pet bed selling for $13. Nice condition, no pet hair on it. You can buy a new one if you want to at Walmart for $68. I left this behind too because I know I'd be tempted to give it to my cats. So then over here back in housewares, I spotted this Comet 8-quart aluminum, or aluminium as the Brits would say, vintage pot with lid. But this one seemed like it had gone through the war. Honestly, it was in really bad condition. It was really beaten up, especially when you looked inside of it. It was really tough to justify even $2 for it to say that I could probably sell it. Looking at some for sale, there's one for $10 without a lid and another for $25 or with a lid. And that one's in much better looking condition. And these are some sold comps. They're all around the $20 mark. One doesn't even have a lid. Aluminum pots and pans do sell very well. I just felt like this one was going to sit in my inventory for a long time. Is there anyone else out there who is sick of these signs as much as I am? We don't need them anymore. This teapot and creamer were cute, but they're really slow movers. I know $1.98, it's fine, but that's going to sit in my inventory for a really long time. They were made in Japan for the American market, but just not something that's going to move very quickly. Now, this lady was very pretty, only $4, but the problem was she was missing her fingers. Always look for those little details and check an item over. The vintage Mr. Coffee glass carafe replacements. Ordinarily, I would pick this up. It was only $3. And when I looked them up, there were 59 for sale. And they ran anywhere from $5 to $22. There are only 5 sold comps in the last 90 days. And they sold between $9 and $17. So I left this behind as well. Even though it was in really good condition, I don't think it had even been used. It looked brand new, but you know what? It wasn't worth my time. It really wasn't at all. Then I spotted this $3 vintage metal file box. It had a problem with the latching. It wouldn't shut correctly, so I left that behind as well. Thanks for watching Long Island Thrifter. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll enjoy one of these next.